What are the worst blood-sucking creatures that have always existed in the nightmarish dawn of mankind, in the deep horror crevices of the world? You know, those demonic, blood-sucking, vile, parasitical, unkillable monsters that just crave to aggravate you by sucking your blood. What are they? You know, starts with a V. Yep, that's right. Mosquitoes. Okay, it's vampires, but let's be honest, mosquitoes is a fair second. Like, mosquitoes is a fair second. I probably would rather get bitten by a vampire, especially if it's a cute one, than a mosquito. And I live in a tropical environment, so let me tell you, mosquitoes are the true nightmares. Alright? Nobody has to walk up, knocking on a door with a scary costume, trick or treat. I won't be scared, okay? Not as scared as seeing a mosquito hovering around my ear at night, trying to suck my blood, making me itchy. Anyways, we got a death battle here today. It is Blade versus Buffy, the Vampire Slayer. I don't know who Buffy is, at least I don't think I know. But this video will be used to educate me on Buffy and watch the death battle. Okay? Vampires are cool. I believe the history of vampires came from Vlad the Impaler, who obviously went around killing people, scoring them, and sucking their blood, or things like that. That's where Dracula came from. And then the idea of vampires was born. Blood-sucking, fangs, garlic, and the sun weaknesses. I don't know why garlic, but you get the idea. You know, I actually have fangs. You see them? Right there, you see it? You see it? Enough about fangs. Let's go into the video and watch. Now, I believe I missed a death battle because I wasn't that interested in it. But this one has Blade and another vampire person. And it's Halloween. Well, at least it's a month of Halloween. So I feel like this is a good death battle all in all. So, might as well check it out. Get educated on who hubby is. Sounds like what a wife calls her husband. Hey, hubby. I mean, you got one called Blade, the other called hubby. Come on, which one sounds more intimidating? But let's check it out. Go. 27 minutes, 47 seconds. What was it? Wait, is this live action? Is this a live action death battle? We haven't had one of these since
versus Buffy, the Daywalker versus the Vampire Slayer. He's whiz and
since Nightwing and Winter Soldier.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. They are known by many names.
Alucard!
Revenant, Vordelon, Nosferatu.
Vampires. When the moon is out and the night is young, these undead demons are out for blood.
Fitting then that the greatest foe of those who stalk
I
the
feel like I
night
gotta sneeze.
is the one who can walk the day.
Am I allergic to vampires?
Is that really his costume?
Hang on.
Yeah, what was that?
There's a man who doesn't
We better not
file
see
his
that
taxes.
costume in Marvel
Blade
Rivals,
is
please.
one of the coolest superheroes ever, and basically kickstarted the comic book movie craze.
And
He
yet,
did.
he is also seemingly the only one who knows or cares that in the world of Marvel, vampires exist. Seriously, nobody talks about this.
Blade doesn't need anyone's help. He'll just aura farm
And
by
ain't one of the
himself.
notorious
Even Blade's
vampires
birth was
Dracula
hard.
himself, and then
Just
Morbius?
as the young Eric Brooks' mother was in labor, her attempt.
Let me read this real quick. Real name, Eric Brooks? Oh wow, I didn't know his real name was Eric. Age 100. Let's do the century years old. Height 6'2". Weight 215 pounds. Species Dampire. Okay. Damper. That's what they're called. Damper. I never knew how to pronounce that. Professional jazz trumpeter. Likes I Am Legend. Really boy thing. Make that new movie Marvel.
The doctor turned out to be the vampire Deacon Frost.
And he drank her blood right before she gave birth.
This infused
yeah, that's right.
Eric
That's
with
how Blade
Frost's
became.
vampiric blood, turning him half human, half vampire.
That looked like
A
Mike
damn
Tyson.
Year.
Giving him a ton of vampy powers, but none of their weaknesses like garlic, holy water, or sunlight.
Eric
Good.
would hone these abilities under the tutelage of vampire hunter Jamal
We should all
Mafari,
just be hybrids
sharpening
then.
him into a blade that would rake the vampire plague.
Was he
for
fighting
good.
Kratos there?
Blade is strong and fast enough to toss around 1,000-pound demons and cut bullets out of the air. He can keep up with Wolverine, who can deflect Cyclops' light-speed optic blasts.
What?
And his Kevlar DuPont armor helped him take the top of Count von Stadt's castle exploding.
He can heal small wounds immediately and
Everybody
sniff out
has
the
light speed
supernatural with
feats.
his hypersenses. Also, his fangs can drain his victims of magical energies.
After studying the ways of Hong Kong kung fu movies, Blade became a master martial artist. Ah, yes, the Rufus
Blade
from
does
Street
have
Fighter
hands. He has
School of
fangs
Kung
and
Fu.
hands.
While the only martial art he's been stated to know is Krav Maga, we know he's mastered more. So, for the full scope of his martial arts ability, we'll examine the Blade movies as performed by Wesley Snipes.
By looking at Snipes'
Classics.
training and choreography, we know Blade uses Kung Fu, Capoeira, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Eskrima, Kickboxing, Shotokan Karate, and
All right.
Hapkido. And on Blade's neck
In short, the dude is multi-talented with the hands and feet and fangs.
for stealthy takedowns, and I guess you could call him Marvel's Batman.
Wow.
Blade's
I
training
get it.
progressed smoothly
I get
until Afari was attacked and had his blood drained by Dracula.
Dracula.
Seriously, Avengers, Dracula is real. Why aren't you doing anything about this? He's right there.
Forced to murk his surrogate dad, Blade would have to wage his war alone.
Nursing
I can't
a
wait till we
wound
see
within him
Santa
that would
Claus
never heal. A
in
hole
Marvel.
that could never be filled.
Not with that attitude. Blade took a page out of the Book of Boomstick and tried filling that hole.
Blades, magical and adamantium swords, knives, stakes, and throwing glaives, bladed nunchaku, body armor, countless firearms and explosives, prosthetic gun hand, anti-hypnosis goggles, flame gauntlets, edge of Intrados, breathing gun. What is boy thing? Motorcycle. I keep thinking of like the thing from Fantastic Four as a little boy.
With every kind of weapon imaginable. He's got so many, they're his apartment decorations.
Handguns, assault rifles, and explosives make up the brunt of his firepower. And he enjoys getting up close and personal with his dual
There's that Marvel
acid-etched
Rivals gameplay.
titanium katanas.
Speaking of glorious Nippon
Hold on,
steel,
what?
Personal with his dual acid-etched titanium katanas.
Okay, acid edge
speaking of
titanium.
glorious
I thought it
Nippon
was
steel,
adamantium
he's
for a
got
minute.
a sword made out of adamantium.
Did y'all expect me to say that? Why doesn't Deadpool? I think Deadpool, does he have a sword of adamantium? I feel like Deadpool should have those
Specifically,
casually.
secondary adamantium, a variant of the metal that is mass producible.
It may not be quite as strong as Cap's shield, but it can
Oh,
cut
okay.
right through heavy hitters like Ultron and
So
the
it's-
Hulk.
so it's
Naturally,
weaker than
Blade has
vibranium.
even more swords. His Atlantean ones can slice through magical enchantments. The Word Sword can harm intangible demons, and the Justiciar can slay fallen angels.
Yeah, he's got some weird stuff he can pull out of his ass, like a Hellfire shotgun that burns your soul,
Is that a
or
spaz?
hypodermic needles filled with vampire blood. Seems kind of dumb to turn people into vampires, but it does make them more vulnerable to Blade's arsenal.
All that
Oh,
pales
so
in
he turns people
comparison to
into
the
vampires so
arch-weapon
he
of
can weaken
hell
them
in
with his
Blade's
anti-vampire
possession,
arsenal.
The breathing gun.
Yeah, what is this,
It
bro?
a living firearm that hisses in the presence of demonic forces.
looks like a Luger.
Its sentient bullets chase its victims down. The wounds they cause cannot be healed. And if they get lodged in your body, they'll slowly devour you from the inside out. They can even hurt Hell Lords and even greater threats like the Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Blade took everything
Wow.
he had and fought his one-man war for almost 100 years.
He's battled
Blade
hordes of
Tyson.
vampires while skydiving, infiltrated the Pentagon, and even took on Spider-Man like Miles Morales, who could absorb the energy of a bomb that could destroy Harlem. Blade's even bested the spirit of vengeance, Zarathos.
And while
wow,
he
really?
occasionally allied with teams like the Avengers, he prefers to
Battled vampires for 90 years. Harmed Cosmic Ghost Rider with the breathing gun. That's one hell of a name for a gun. Tore baddies apart with his bare hand. Oh, I said baddies. Bodies apart. Blocked gunfire with his nunchaku. Dodged Count von Stadt's optic lasers. Survived Hulk throwing him into the sky. I mean, I feel like a lot of people have survived that. He's just throwing him into the sky. Fought a horde of killer geese with Deadpool. Okay, that sounds like something that belongs in a Squirrel Girl comic. Defeated Dracula, Deacon Frost, Zarathos, and Varney.
Work alone.
I probably would too if they only cared about me when I was helping them and not ridding the world of, you know,
Vampires?
vampires.
That, and Blade is scared of what he might do if he loses control, because he does have one classic vampire weakness: a thirst
Blood?
for blood.
Yep.
Blah.
Even more so after
Blah.
he had a daughter, Brielle, whom he avoided for fear of endangering her. If his bloodlust does overwhelm him, he will enter a berserker rage, skyrocketing his strength at the cost of his sanity.
Though it does make him even better at killing vamps. He's made a cottage industry out of whooping Dracula's ass.
Dracula is unsurprisingly powerful, capable of summoning a thunderstorm that covered all of Boston with a wave of his hand.
Drac apparently didn't
Okay.
hold a grudge though, since he eventually made Blade the sheriff of Vampirsk, a vampire nation in the ruins of Chernobyl.
Amazingly, Dracula
A
has
vampire
even given
sheriff?
Blade some of his own blood, which allows him to shapeshift into multiple forms, like a wolf, a horde of bats, or a cloud of mist.
So
Sure.
he can force his way inside your body and blow you up from the inside out.
Now
Ant-Man
that's metal.
style.
What is with you with the Ant-Man? Blade's hatred of vampires is only matched by his hatred of
So you mean Blade
himself.
could have beat
However, when
Thanos?
Brielle showed signs of vampiric powers, Blade finally found a reason to reconnect with his daughter, training her the same way Afari trained him a century prior.
Even after Blade was possessed by the first vampire ever and tried to take over the planet, Brielle put her dad's teachings to the test, saving both him and the world.
And proving that Blade's lonely war need not be so lonely anymore. With his daughter at his side, and also this plant creature pet called Boy Thing, let Marvel's
Oh. That looks like Swamp Thing.
vampires beware. For should they indulge their unnatural urges, they will be sure to meet their end at the tip of his blade.
The tip of his blade. Bro, why does Boy Thing look like Swamp Thing? Is that another Marvel DC copy thingamajig?
Today's battle is sponsored by Prize Picks.
You know what's
Being
We
right
gotta skip this sponsor real quick.
Just pick-
But shout out to the
that's
sponsor,
it.
you
It's
know.
in the
Watch the
same
original
line. Got
video
some
if you have
picking
it.
the same?
You
And check
can't-
out the sponsor.
$5. In every generation, there is a chosen one. She alone will stand
Now,
against
this I know
the
nothing about.
vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness.
Ew.
She is the Slayer.
For thousands of years, a new Slayer would be granted incredible powers and was destined to die young in battle against evil, passing their powers on to the next Slayer, and the next, and so on. That is, until the newest Slayer would change everything, Buffy Ann Summers.
Not exactly the first girl you'd think is the...
Full name Buffy Ann Summers. Why was I saying hubby earlier? I don't know. Height 5'4". Okay, 5'4". Occupations: waitress, counselor, law enforcement. Love interest: Pike, Angel, Riley, Spike, Satsu. Death count at least 2. Founder and president of the Third Magic Council. Likes ice, capites, James Spader. Okay.
savior of humanity.
Just
Buffy's
teenage
only
girl stuff.
goals in life were, in her own words,
They didn't
graduate
show her
from high
age here,
school,
actually.
go to Europe, marry Christian Slater, and die.
But that would all change when the Watcher Merrick appeared and revealed her destiny.
She's giving me
Like,
16-year-old
total
vibes.
bummer.
Merrick trained Buffy in the arts of vampire slang, and she became so efficient that she burned down her school.
Wow.
Forcing her and her mom to move to Sunnydale, California to start a new life, far away from any more bloodsuckers and bad makeup.
Unfortunately, small problem, Sunnydale just so happened to be right on top of a hellmouth, where the boundary between Earth and hell is
Ew.
permeable.
Yeah, that sounds like the Valley,
What is
alright.
that?
Along with new Watcher Giles, Wallflower Willow, part-time bad boy,
What in the
part-time
thing
sad
am
boy
I watching?
Angel, magical retcon sister Dawn, and Xander. Buffy and her Scooby gang would battle a never-ending
Yeah, this is
series
giving
of
me
monsters.
Scooby-Doo vibes.
And we mean truly never ending. Sure, there's the TV show, but Buffy has also been slaying vampires across video games, comics, and 128
How come I've never heard of Buffy? Am I
Tens
just
of
uncultured?
Thousands of pages of Buffy lore you've never heard of.
But we're
Yeah.
just crazy enough to speed read them all.
Buffy carries a variety of anti-vampire weaponry. There's wooden stakes, of course, sometimes dipped in gorgon venom that can turn you to stone. Though she's also experienced with axes, swords, quarterstaffs, holy water.
Crossbow, knives and stakes, Morning Star, grenades, flamethrower, M136 rocket launcher, Hellfire launcher, Hope's dagger, laser rifle, Olaf's hammer. Olaf? Olaf from Do You Wanna Build a Snowman? Glove of Minigun. And razor blades.
Water, just about anything.
You said it! When she fought an ancient demon unable to be killed by any weapon forged in his time, Buffy
She looks
introduced
familiar,
his
though.
stupid ass to the 20th century.
She's also a master of Aikido, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, karate, kung fu, wushu, tai chi, kendo, capoeira, and taekwondo.
Buffy apparently thinks Hong Kong's kung fu movie masters could learn a thing or two.
No kidding. Thanks to her Slayer senses, her reflexes are fine-tuned enough to dodge
Is she
close-range
fighting a
Gatling gun
Terminator?
fire, lightning bolts from the sky, and even beams of light. She's kept up with another Slayer, Faith, who can dodge laser beams from point-blank range.
I'm sorry for pausing. It's so funny seeing such extreme feats be presented in this old classic style. It's such an old cheesy look, but she's obviously doing some OP stuff. I mean, dodging Gatling gun bullets and lightning bolts and light beams. It just looks so funny with this
Buffy's
style.
strong enough to bend rebar, punch this 4.5-ton bat monster into the air, and, smash hard enough to tear apart a building.
And despite her lack of
What?
armor, she can survive massive explosions, like the one that destroyed Cephrilion's lair that's bigger on the inside.
She can even fight blindfolded, but if she is injured, she heals fast enough to be totally fine by the next episode.
One time, Angel sucked out almost all of the blood from her body.
What is going on here? Accelerated healing, heightened senses, martial arts, and weapon expertise. Clout Tier's Trance, Slayer Mode, that sounds cool. Supreme resistance to hypnosis and mind control. Clairvoyance, poisons and sedatives, physical possession, soul manipulation, and memory manipulation.
And
So she's got a lot of
survive.
resistance.
Doubly impressive since Angel's blood draining also drains magical energy.
Yeah, Buffy's
Wow,
own
sort of
magic
like
makes her
Blade.
weirdly resilient to esoteric attacks, like when she expelled this misty shadow demon trying to possess her body, or when she resisted her soul being ripped apart and scattered across time.
Or that time she jumped into a vat of boiling liquid so hot it could reduce people to skeletons, and she was just fine.
She might not
Oh,
show
okay.
physical scars, but she sure has emotional ones.
Yeah, she
Being
looks more like the
Slayer put
emotional
a
struggling
huge
type.
burden on Buffy's life.
Unable to live normally, she felt isolated, forced to internalize the trauma she faced on a daily basis. Sure, she had friends, but they couldn't understand her unique struggle.
Like when Angel turned evil after he took her virginity and tried to destroy the world. That must be one of those
I'm sorry.
metaphors.
Sometimes the worst enemies are the ones you can't fight and who don't fight back.
Made even worse by
That's
her
true.
having all the memories of the other Slayers bouncing around in her head, dating back to the Stone Age.
Buffy has dreamt of every battle a Slayer has ever fought, and can call upon those skills in a fight, even subconsciously.
She's like the
But this
avatar of
includes
vampire
the memories
slayers.
of their deaths. Countless women violently dying young. A reminder of her inevitable fate.
A fate that came to pass when she fought the Hell God Glory. After leaping into Glory's
I want to pause real quick because that's actually interesting how each of the previous vampire slayers girls all met their end, and she's like the one difference to them, and she can even call upon their experiences and dreams about their battles. That's cool. I like that.
reality-ending interdimensional hole,
A glory hole, if you will.
Buffy sacrificed herself to save the universe, dying a hero's death.
It appears my glory hole joke was poorly timed.
Finally freed of her unfair earthly responsibilities, Buffy's soul ascended to heaven in perfect bliss. Until her friends brought her back to life in the agony of existence! This absolutely crushed Buffy and, ironically, annihilated her will to live.
Oh, that's rough, Buffy. But with the show renewed for more seasons, she had to nut up and continue her endless crusade against all things Spirit
So
Halloween.
she died.
Buffy's battled for 48 hours straight, defeated
Destroy more feats because she's back. Destroyed the Seat of Wonder. Lifted Olaf's enchanted hammer. Caught the sword that sealed Akathla. Survived Willow's unrestrained magic power. Matched Ozzy's micro-millisecond reactions. Gouged out the Hell Lord Belphegor's eye. Withstood lightning from the Gatherer. Defeated the Master Dracula, first evil Hellmother. Every vampire series or franchise is bound to have Dracula.
Vampires immune to traditional vampiric weaknesses and destroyed the Sword of Sano, which caused the Great Hanshin earthquake.
And of course, both Buffy and her friends have defeated countless immensely powerful demons.
Like the Queller Demon, which arrived as a meteor and caused
off
the
my
Tunguska
ceiling,
explosion,
please?
which destroyed over 2,000 square kilometers of
the moon?
forest. Or the Sorrow Demon, which caused a storm that blanketed Los Angeles.
Wow.
She's also a match for Angel, who survived a blast that could rupture a continental shelf, and took hits from Whistler, whose magic contained a bomb that could vaporize London.
She even faced off against the
Okay,
first
so these are some country continental-based people with hacks.
evil, literally the embodiment of all evil that predates reality itself.
Forced into battles against stronger and stronger baddies, Buffy clearly needed something to even the odds. The, Slayer Safe!
It's actually a Bardiche.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna say it. This thing is bullshit.
That looks cool.
Containing the essence of Buffy's Slayer powers and
Counterpart to Excalibur, forged to kill old ones, contains the essence of Buffy's Slayer power. Yeah, this is gonna be what kills Blade. Cuts through magic, space, ghost, power absorption, reflection, redistribution, magical redistribution. That's just a tongue twister for me. Redistribution, magical wards against death and power removal. This scythe conceived a child with Willow in the novels. Don't ask.
maybe
What?
to defeat ancient demons. The scythe can
Question
deflect
mark?
magical projectiles and slice through just about anything.
I do
Ghosts,
like the design
magic,
of it.
Even space itself, destabilizing reality in the process.
Even Silas, the devourer of worlds. Kinda like Galactus, but instead of chomping on planets, he eats the multiverse. And there goes his head.
The scythe is easily the most powerful tool in
Yep,
her
that's gonna
arsenal.
be the-
In
that's gonna be
effect,
the deciding
attaining
factor
it
for her.
completed Buffy, as though it were a piece of her she never knew was missing. With the scythe,
She
Buffy
came back
was
to life
finally
and got her
whole.
own Mjolnir.
Being the Slayer was no longer a burden,
Her own
but a
Stormbreaker.
purpose.
And by sharing her Slayer powers with thousands of girls around the world, they all teamed up and kicked
What in
the
the Sailor
first
Moon
evil's
was that?
ass.
Suddenly, the always isolated Buffy had thousands of shoulders to lean on. A
She's got
sisterhood of
Escanor's
Slayers.
axe.
And thousands more reasons for any wannabe demon conqueror to stay away from Earth. Because unless you want to get your blood all over her stylish yet affordable boots, you'll steer clear of
Who made
Buffy,
this franchise?
the Vampire Slayer.
I got the research on this franchise, or maybe not.
Hey,
I'm just surprised to see another OP franchise that's not Marvel or DC.
Let me EG.
All right. Honestly, I want Blade to win, so I'm gonna root for Blade. But I have a good feeling, especially thanks to a semi-spoiler that an idiot friend of mine gave me, that Buffy will be winning. And I don't know why I called her hubby earlier, but she's probably gonna kill me after. Yeah. Do what you can, Blade. Because once she pulls out that axe, I already forgot what it's called. It's GG's. Oh yeah, that's right. It's live action. And we've got boiling blood wine that looks like red Kool-Aid. I could use some red Kool-Aid right now. Some cherry Kool-Aid. By the way, I'm Team Werewolf. Also, what's going on here? Are Blade and Buffy gonna come up to attack the same threat? Okay, so it's a vampire party. I'm assuming they drain blood from people and drink it to party. Kind of sounds like some Illuminati stuff.
We were kings, long before they had a name for kings. What now? Starved, hunted, forgotten.
Okay, not bad acting.
You have waited long enough. Tonight, we remember who we were.
Delivery's a little weird,
Tonight,
but good acting.
We take
Pretty good acting.
back what was always ours. Tonight, we feast.
Daywalker.
And she, that's just the start.
Daywalker. Yeah, shoot her. That screech was uncalled for. This man decided to play more music. Like, oh, Carnage? So it looks like before Blade fights with... I forgot her name already. Buffy. Buffy and Blade are gonna have to deal with these vampire goons. Is she about to shoot Blade? Oh no. Dang, right in the eyeball. Why was homie smiling? Who said? So Blade's got a shotgun with a tomahawk, and she's got a crossbow. Oh, that was cool. That visual was nice. Okay. Actually, this guy looks familiar. And the way he got up there, I think he knows his stunts too. Isn't he like a really athletic guy? I remember I think I used to see him before. He like plays with swords and stuff. Not plays with them, but ooh, dang, that's one heck of a bite. Oh, he's gonna kill her, and then Buffy's gonna be like, no, don't kill her. Put her. Ooh, dang, he killed Buffy. Didn't even. Buffy, I thought you could move faster than light. I think she can just react to light, but regardless, thing. That's an okay.
She's just a kid.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Hold on, I want to pause it real quick because I like how they put effort into creating this battle. Like, usually for the longest, death battle was always like, yo, why are these two fighting? They just start fighting. Recently, they've been putting up a little story, a little setup that leads into the fight and explains it, and this one was pretty good. Okay, they're getting active. She had to lose a jacket. Music hitting. I actually really like the music. Some sword play. Yeah, they're both really skilled. Oh, now Blade lost his. Let her doing the piccolo. Fighting in the bathroom. This really decorated bathroom. Oh. Took his shades off.
Damn mind.
This is like an action movie almost. Got her on the toilet. Not the scissors. Ooh, he's going for that kill. He's going for that kill. It's so weird seeing a live action death battle. It's so weird. Ooh, ooh, stabbing her. Is that where her heart is? Not the shades.
Amateur hour. There's always some motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew they're gonna use that line. Amateur hour. It's always some trying to upskate hill. It's funny how he says that when he kills Luna in Marvel Rivals. It's good detail. Because she's skating. Ooh. I feel like a bottle wouldn't do anything, but... Is that the breathing gun? Yeah. Oh, she got her axe. Ew. Oh, I'm sorry, the bullet follows. And now it's inside of her. Yo, shout out to the actors. Which sword is that? I don't remember. He just has a bunch of swords. I'm assuming that's the Dracula one.
I see you cut through adamantium.
Bring it on.
She's gonna cut through that. Come on, that's her axe. You know, the one that can cut through space and distort reality? Yo, this music. This is a cinematic death battle. Ooh. Finish her. Really good effects. There goes Blade's head. Right here. Oh no, she didn't get his head. Ooh. He smiled at that though. Or did he? No, his head's coming off. Yep, that's it. His head's gone. I can see. Yep, his head's gone. No! Blade! I mean, technically, I would probably join her. Because, you know, she didn't want to kill the girl.
It's like you got
Don't you?
ahead of yourself.
KO!
Boomstick, you have some explaining to do. I know that was you who wrote that. I know that was you. Let's hear what...
Blade tenued no longer. I'm surprised. I figured with Blade's many years of comic book history, he'd have the edge.
Believe it or not, Buffy is actually in more comics
Wow.
than Blade.
Really? Man, Blade can't catch a break.
Let's break this down into 4 categories. First up, stats. Buffy's lifted much heavier things and survived more significant explosions.
Like, sure, Blade's strong and all, but he isn't literally fucking buildings apart like Buffy.
Scaling to the monsters they
The
fought,
fact that that's a
compare
feat-
Dracula creating a storm that covered Boston to the Sorrow Demon creating a storm that covered Los Angeles, a city over 5 times larger. You might be able to compare Blade to Spider-Man like Miles, who absorbed a bomb that could blow up Harlem, but that's significantly weaker than Whistler containing a blast that could wipe out London. They could both dodge light beams, but that doesn't keep Buffy from taking the overall edge in stats.
Blade's used to being the odd man out, though, so his versatility is just as important.
With Blade's numerous powers and massive arsenal, he certainly could have overwhelmed the more straightforward Buffy.
Machine guns and magic swords are generally gonna beat out crossbows and morning stars. Not to mention, he actually wears armor.
Also, Blade's
Yeah,
faster
that's true.
healing factor and
She'd be
immunity
dressed
to
in
traditional
casual
vampire
Barbie doll
weaknesses
clothes.
kept
He's
Buffy on the
actually
back
armored
foot
up.
for a time. Blade wins versatility.
But when it comes to skill, Buffy's got plenty of experience fighting armed opponents barehanded.
Both of them were masters of a similar number of martial arts.
And Blade has been kicking
Should be
vampire
equal,
ass
right?
for a century, way longer than Buffy's even been alive.
While Blade may have more personal
It's gotta be
experience,
equal.
Buffy's ability to draw on Slayer battles dating back to the Stone
Oh, that's
Age,
true.
at least 40 times older than Blade, gives her the superior skill.
That is true.
Even then, they both had weapons and
Curse
abilities
you,
so
Avatar
powerful they
State.
could end the fight instantly, regardless of all else.
They're trump cards. Fortunately
Breathing
for
gun?
Buffy, she actually countered almost all of what Blade could throw at her.
Withstanding Blade draining her energy with his bite? Check.
Resisting the Hellfire shotgun destroying her soul? Check.
Preventing Blade turning to mist and exploding her from the inside out? Check.
Meanwhile, Blade had no way to survive, say, Buffy's Gorgon venom turning him to stone.
And even with the deadly and just plain gross breathing gun, Blade did not have anything as potent as the Slayer sight. It could easily deflect the breathing gun's bullets back at him, or use its space-cutting ability to slice through
I
his
feel like that was
unbreakable
just the leading
adamantium
factor
sword.
for her. Was
Don't
that
believe
damn
us? Even
Slayer sight.
Wolverine's adamantium skeleton was cut in half when a portal closed on top of him. That's the same kind of thing.
And Wolverine's beta adamantium skeleton is a much tougher version of the same metal.
Oh, and since the Scythe could kill Silas, a multiverse devouring god, I think you could take down Blade with a big enough swing.
Giving Buffy
I think
the
once she
final
pulled it out and
advantage
swung
over
at
the
him, it would have
day.
been over.
Really thought Blade had a chance, but Buffy sure put a damn fear on things.
The winner is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Next time on Death Battle.
Dante?
Subscribe and
Dante versus Clive. I don't know who Clive is, but I do know who Dante is. Oh, Devil May Cry versus Final Fantasy. Man, I don't know why I never played any of Final Fantasy games. To be honest, I never even played Devil May Cry. Yikes. That's gonna be a good one, even though I don't know both characters super well. I know that both game franchises are really good. This is a death battle and see here. I think this is Soul Eater. I'm not gonna see this one because I plan on watching Soul Eater sometime. So yeah. There you have it, YouTube. That was a remarkable death battle. Like, again, link will be in the description down below. Go to the original, subscribe their channel and their video. All right, and then if you want, please like and subscribe this channel. I know I've been slacking on content. I was getting through some college finals. You know how stressful those can be. But I'm gonna hopefully try to come back and be more active now that it's the month of Halloween. And I keep saying this, but I will eventually start streaming. So keep an eye out for that. Now, back to the death battle. I really liked it. Alright. I thought Buffy was gonna be a cheesy character. A part of me still thinks she is, but another part of me thinks that she's actually pretty interesting. Everything she does, her feats, her weapons, her combat skills, and the idea of her being able to tap into former devil slayers, what the hell? Demon slayers? God, bro. Vampire slayers, whatever. Anime fan like me. I thought that was sweet. Right? Obviously, Blade is sweet. I've known Blade for a while. This did help me learn some more information about Blade. And more importantly, I learned a lot of more information about Buffy, aka Hubby. I don't know why I was calling her Hubby. And the death battle was really cool. It's so jarring seeing a live action death battle. I think it's amazing when they do that. I think this one was way better than the Winter Soldier and Nightwing death battle that took place that was also live action. I think this one was way better. I actually like this one a lot. The music was really good. Dialogue was pretty good. The story was amazing. And so on and so forth. Now, I made this video longer than it needs to be. So, hopefully, you guys watch it and enjoy it regardless of its length. Because I liked it. And recommend any videos you'd like me to watch since it's the month of spookiness. I'll be willing to do some spooky reactions if y'all have got anything to recommend regarding that. Until then, though, I'm getting sleepy. So, it's time for my EP moment. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, spooksters in the show fam community. I don't know why. Never mind.